So we'd like to be able to do 4 by 4 determinants. We're going to do an example here where we compute a 4 by 4 determinant. We're going to have a 4 by 4 matrix. We want to find the determinant of that matrix. So instructions are to compute the determinant of A, where A is the following matrix. 1, 4, 5. 1, that's going down the first column. Down the second column, 5, 0, 5, 1. And down the third column, we're going to have what? 2, 3, 0, 1. And down the fourth column, we're going to have 0, 1, 0, 2. So that's my matrix. I want to find the determinant of a 4 by 4. So we're going to use a Laplacian expansion to do this. So here goes. I'll use a red dude. Determinant of A. I'll just write determinant of A. Now, what row, what column do you want to go across? Well, you want to go across one of them that has at least 1 0. Hey, let's go across this one here. It has 2 zeros, right? It's going to make our work a little bit, what's the word? Easier, right? Easier. A little bit easier. The work will be easier here because we have 2 zeros. It's going to be a little bit less work. So if you think about the signs here, you have what? Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. So we're going to be expanding across this third row, and we're going to start with a plus 5 times the determinant of the submatrix that results when you cross out that third row and that first column. So we're going to have what? 1, 4, 1 in the first column here. Oops. I should be crossing out the first column. So I'm crossing out the third row and the first column. So let me do that one more time. Okay. So here I go. I'm going to have what? 5, 0, 1 for my first column of my submatrix. And my second column of my submatrix, I'm going to have 2, 3, 1. And I'm going to have what? 0, 1, 2. Okay. So that's the submatrix when I cross out. Third row, first column. Okay, now I'm going to go to next, change sign. So I had a plus 5, now I'm going to do a minus 5. Determinant of submatrix. Which submatrix are we doing here? So we're crossing out this time the third row and the second column, and we're going to have the submatrix. 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 0, 1, 2. All right, now I'm going to move to going to the third entry along that row. I'm going to have a plus now, right? 0 times determinant of whatever. Who cares what the submatrix is? Determinant of whatever, right? It's not going to matter because we're going to multiply that determinant by 0. It's going to 0 out. And then we're going to go to the next term, the fourth term in that row. I have a minus now, 0 times determinant of. It doesn't matter what the submatrix is. We're just called a star. Determinant of whatever that submatrix is. Doesn't matter because we're going to have 0 times the determinant. It's going to 0. So this is going to 0 out. This is going to 0 out. So really what we have to do now, we have to calculate 2 3 by 3 determinants. So let me change colors. I'm going blue. So we have 5. And I want to calculate the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix here. So which row, which column? I'm going to go across the first row, right? There's a 0 in the first row, so I'm going to do the first row. I'm going to do plus, minus, plus with regard to the first row signs. So I'm going to do 5 times, here we go. I'm going to take the first entry in that row, 5, times the determinant of the submatrix. What happens when you cross out the first row in the first column? You're going to get a submatrix of what? 3, 1, 1, 2. Okay, now I'm going to move to the second entry in that first row. And I'm going to have a minus, right? Alternating sign, we have the plus minus 2. Determinant of the submatrix. When you cross out the first row, second column, you're going to have what? 0, 1, 1, 2. Okay, and then I have to go on, and I have to do the next determinant. Let's do that in green. I have to do the determinant of this second submatrix from earlier. It's like 1, 4, 1, the first column, 2, 3, 1, second column, 0, 1, 2, third column. Let's scroll a little bit. Okay, so we have what? Minus 5. I'm going to put some big brackets. And we got to calculate the determinant of this matrix. So I'm going to go across the first row because there's a 0 there. It's going to make less work. Going across the first row, we're going to have signs plus, minus, plus for this determinant. All right, so I'm going to write down spanning across the first row. We take the first term there, 1, times the determinant of a submatrix. So cross out the first row, first column, you get 3, 1, 1, 2. All right, and then you go on to the second term. It's going to have a minus in front of it. The sign is alternating, right? We get the plus minus. We're on the minus right now. Minus 2 times the determinant of the submatrix. The submatrix, when you cross out the first row, the second column, you're going to have a submatrix of 4, 1, 1, 2. And as far as the third term, you don't need to worry about the third term because it's a 0. It's going to be 0 times the determinant. So, yeah, that actually happened in the last, the blue situation earlier. I didn't bother saying that, but yeah, that third term is not important because it starts with a 0 coefficient. So now we just have to compute 1, 2, 3, 4 2 by 2 matrix determinants. So let's scroll. Where's my blue? Okay, I got a big 5 and then a bracket. We have 5 times, let's go. Let's take the determinant of 3, 1, 1, 2. Let's multiply down the descending diagonal. 3 times 2 is 6. Minus, up the descending diagonal, 1 times 1, 1. Okay, then we have minus 2. Now we're going to take the determinant of this 0, 1, 1, 2. Multiply down the descending diagonal. 0 times 2 is 0. Minus, up the descending diagonal, 1 times 1 is 1. All right, now we're going to green. We've got a minus 5 and a big bracket. Big green brackets. We have a 1, and we're going to take the determinant of 3, 1, 1, 2. We're going to do 3 times 2, 6, minus 1 times 1 is 1. All right, and now minus 2, and we're going to take the determinant of 4, 1, 1, 2. So down the descending diagonal, 4 times 2 is 8. Up the ascending diagonal, 1 times 1 is 1, and we're minusing, right? So again, it's down the descending, multiplied, 4 times 2 is 8, minus up the ascending, 1 times 1 is 1. So we got 8 minus 1. All right, so now we just have to calculate all this. We have everything in terms of numbers now, just simple numbers. So we got a big blue 5 and a big bracket. 5 times 6 minus 1, 5. Minus 2 times 0 minus 1, negative 1. All right, I'm going green. So I have what? Minus 5, big green bracket. 1 times what? 6 minus 1 is 5. Minus 2 times what? 8 minus 1 is 7. Close the big green bracket. Let's scroll a little bit. Life is getting close. Getting close. We got 5 times. Big blue brackets. 5 times 5, 25. Negative 2 times negative 1, positive 2. All right, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. What else do we have? Let's go green. What do we have? Minus 5. Big green brackets. 1 times 5, 5. Minus 2 times 7, minus 14. We're getting somewhere. All right, let's simplify the blue. Come on now. 5 times 25 plus 2, 27. Minus 5 times, that's supposed to be green, right? Five minus 14 is what? Negative 9. Question is, what is 5 times 27? It's 135, I believe. Question, what is negative 5 times negative 9 is positive 45, so we can add those together and get our final answer. Final answer, 135 plus 45 is 180, I think. I don't know, it looks good to me. Yeah, so that's the way you'll do a 4x4 determinant. So basically you do Laplacian expansion across the row or column that has the most zeros. And then you get some 3x3s, and you expand to 3x3s, and you get some 2x2s, and you calculate the 2x2s, and you get numbers, and you just combine everything together and get a nice number for an answer.